Now I'll switch to screen sharing. Hello, everyone. I hope all of you can hear me and see me. I believe that everybody is muted for this session, right? So that we have better quality. Is that right?
Yes, just
Yeah?
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Solo.
It should be better in terms of the sound quality. Okay, I hope that you also see my screen now as well.
Very good.
I didn't manage to join in the morning. I'm not sure if anyone has been using the chat box, but I just want to make sure that everybody knows where the chat box is, because I might ask a few questions to answer in the chat box. So in case you don't know, the chat box can be found when you hover over the menu and here click on more. Maybe it depends on the computer, maybe it shows differently, but just keep in mind that I might ask some questions there in chat. And I'm not sure how well it will work, but we might also try, although there is no option to raise a hand. Oh, there is an option. No, there is no option. Okay, we can do without that, and that's fine. Right. Yeah, Lena has found it, so good. I hope others also will find this option to raise a hand as well. So let's see. Hi, hello. Okay, so the plan for the next 30 minutes is to look at quite practical tips and resources, where to find things and how to find things, because from the last spring experience, I definitely saw that a lot of teachers were not sure where to find the resources, although the resources were there and there were lots of them to use and to use in both situations, face-to-face and also remote learning. So let's see the options, where to find them, how to find them, and which of them could be useful. That would be a range of resources for you, for your teacher trainer, for students as well. Also I'm going to remind you about the available support tools that you can use. They are not changing, they are still available to everyone. And because I don't have a separate session for the news update, just a couple of things in the end about what is new from Oxford. So the general support from Oxford University Press remains more or less the same. It is the basic functions that we perform. This is consultations, this is providing samples, providing teacher sets, providing lesson plans to those who use Oxford books, providing tests or worksheets, or depending on the title. So all of that is happening. It's just the matter of communication. If we communicate, I think that most of the teachers who have already done it this month already know how that works. The two things I'm going to remind you more about today is the students and teachers websites, because this seems to be something that many teachers might have forgotten about, or some of them didn't know about them at all. So I'm going to remind about those. And professional development options, which you can use on your own time, depending on what you're interested in. Webinars, tips, guides, all of that can be used and downloaded and used at your own time. Plus also reminding a few things about using Oxford digital tools. So there's going to be a little bit of everything for everyone, for those who use Oxford and also for those who don't. To start with, I'd like to remind about the easiest and quickest way to find our website address, especially if you're using Oxford University Press books. On all your books, on any cover, course book or reader or grammar, we have our website address printed on the back cover, so you can always can find the website address easily. For those who don't use Oxford books, it's probably worth writing down the basic homepage address, and then most of the other links, I'll show you one trick later. Most of the other resources can be found based on this general address. So this is our website. And then we add relevant links, relevant keywords to find the specific website, or go directly to specific websites. And we'll try it out in a moment. The first thing I'll show you what it is and where to find it is about professional development tools for you to download. These are guides, tips, practical tips from our key teacher trainers, from experts, and there are two types of files, two types of documents or guides. One of them is called focus papers. They are shorter, more concise, usually some 4 or 5 pages, and very focused on one very narrow and specific aspect. And position papers are broader guides about general theme that could include various topics. Focus papers, at the moment we have 9 of them. Currently there are 9 focus papers uploaded, and the last 2, which were added in June, these, if you can see where I'm pointing with my mouse here. So here is managing online learning and teaching online. As you can guess, this is the result of the COVID spring. A lot of teachers were asking for support, for advice, and teacher trainers and experts prepared some ideas here. So these 2 are the latest which have been added. And then fairly soon, in October, we are going to add a new focus paper, which is going to be about inquiry-based learning. And the reason I'm highlighting it here is that, excuse me, that inquiry-based learning approach is very similar to what we are going to do in our competence-based approach, competence-based teaching. So it's really worth reading for everyone who is not sure about the new approach, or just needs extra encouragement that they are doing the right things. Maybe some good ideas to add. So this is coming in October. And then the other type of guides, position papers, which are bigger, like some 60 pages, and they are covering broader topics. For example, one of the recommended position papers, I definitely can say that this is a must read for all our teachers now, is global skills. This is very much, again, about this competence-based approach, about all the critical thinking and collaboration and on all those skills. But also effective feedback. This is formative assessment, very useful guide on applying and using formative assessment in the classroom. So these are available to download for you for free anytime. You will be asked to type your name just for the record that you've registered it, but you've downloaded it, but no fees. You won't have to pay for this. And now this trick I showed you earlier, how to find a direct link to these guides. So the website address we have on the book covers, and we add /expert. This is direct link to the site where you go and download all the focus papers and position papers. Okay, so you just add this one keyword in the end of the website address. The next thing about, in professional development, next thing about webinars and conferences. We obviously are going to do more professional development online than face-to-face, as it seems at least in those cases where we had to invite teacher trainers from the UK, because nobody will want to spend 2 weeks in the hotel. Most of the webinars and conferences will be obviously done online for some time at least. But we have been doing webinars for, my colleagues told me we've been doing webinars for over 10 years. Certainly for the last 5 years, we have done at least 1 to 2 webinars every month. And if you want to participate and watch the webinar live, then you can check our upcoming events calendar. And here is this trick with our website again. You add /events to our website address, and you will be taken directly to the calendar. And there you'll see which are the closest webinars you can register for. If you missed it, or if you didn't know about it, but you would like to watch it, we have a webinar archive. And here you can see, I think, more than 60 talks at the moment already, if not more. And certainly all the talks from February English language teaching online conference that we had. So here we have 15 talks uploaded, and all of the sessions were about 1 hour, so manageable. And this is something you can certainly watch anytime. And here again, the link is, what do you think? Can you type in the chat box, what do you think is the link to find the webinar archive? What are your suggestions? Can you type in the chat box? Well, okay, good. Anita, good, well done. It is exactly what Anita says. It's webinars, very simple. So if you want to go to calendar, you add events. If you want to go to the archive, you add webinars. And here you will be asked for the username for your Oxford ID, which is your, if you have registered with in any of our online platforms, Bookshelf, Oxford Learn, or Teachers Club, is the same password. You just access the webinar recordings with the same password. The next event that we are expecting and planning for and preparing for right now is Oxford Professional Development month, I would say. This is going to be online conference from 21st of September until mid-October. There will be sessions in different times with different topics, different sets, so you will be able to choose which one you will want to join. And the information about it will be sent to Teachers Club users if you haven't opted out from Oxford emails. And also my contact list, my contacts, also only those who haven't opted out. If you're not sure, you can check that with me. If you have opted out and want to stay there, you just check the events plan, upcoming events calendar, and this announcement will be definitely there closer to September, I believe. Here are some of the topics which will be covered. So you see that a lot of things, a lot of topics which are very, very relevant to not only teachers globally, but also here in Latvia for us who launch the new curriculum. And also the unusual format of teaching and learning. You see online appearing, remotely online appearing in some of the session themes. So the teacher trainers will also adapt their talks to the situation where we might teach remotely. Personally, I look forward to this one, student well-being, which I think is going to be a very interesting session for all of us. It's not just teacher well-being that we need to worry about, it's also how to help our students. So lots of interesting themes. Look forward to that. Here is one more reminder about another resource that you can use for ideas. Unfortunately, we can't use the same trick for the direct link because OUP ELT blog was created many more years back, and we were using different it's different patterns. So all you need is probably just to write it down, or you go to our main website and go to Teachers Club, and there should be a link um, to OUP ELT blog. Here we have very short, concise, compact articles about topics which are interesting for teachers globally. And now here in the screenshot you see one of the latest, which was added very recently in July. But you can also pick the topics by categories or by authors, and then check what we've got there. The next thing is more maybe relevant for those who use Oxford, but who knows, maybe other teachers also can use resources from here. Students and teachers' websites, especially for the titles we published earlier, before 2018, all of those course books have students and teachers' websites, like Incredible English, Family, Friends, or Project, or English Plus, or Solutions. All of them have these. It's just we noticed that a lot of teachers are not aware of them and have forgotten about them. But these turned out to be very useful in the spring. So I would like to remind about them. General site, where we added all the links and recommendations in spring, in March, April. We created one hub for Learn at Home resources, and here we have summarized them for the audience, teachers, parents, or learners. But if you want to go directly to the site, which is your course book, for example, if you're using Solutions, then we can use that trick I showed you earlier again, where we add, we take the basic website address that we have, add slash, and then Learn at Home. And you will go directly to this Learn at Home hub. Or if you want to find a specific course book straight away without browsing the list of all the resources, then you can type the address, the website address, add student, and then the title of your course book, for example, Solutions, or Incredible English, or Family and Friends, or Project. The reason I'm showing this is that a lot of teachers asked, where can we find the audios? And actually, it turned out that audios were downloaded, uploaded here on the students' websites, and they still appear there. Most likely, they will stay there as long as remote teaching is relevant to many countries. So the class audio is accessible from the students' websites. And similarly, with the teacher sites, again, if you want to find a specific teacher's website for your particular course book, again, you write similarly as with the students, is just here you write teacher slash solutions, so the title in the end. And you will go directly to the specific website with the different resources. Then another reminder about online tools for students, but also teachers, could be also teachers. Always, this has been available all the time, oxfordlearnersdictionaries.com. This is Advanced Learners Dictionary online. It's accessible for free, and students certainly can use it. What I want to highlight is a new tool which was added quite recently, I would say, is Oxford Text Checker. This is, I think, a good tool for the self-regulated or autonomous learning, where students can monitor and analyze the vocabulary they use. what Oxford Text Checker does, basically, for the main thing is that you can check what level in general is being used, because Oxford Text Checker now is linked to Oxford 3000 or Oxford 5000, and these are our lists of most important words to learn. The lists have been carefully created by experts, and all of the words in the list have been aligned to Common European Framework level. So all these keywords have a certain level, even the meanings have certain level. And when you copy and paste your text, for example, you're writing an essay, you copy and paste your text into this box, and then you decide which list you want to use. I have used Oxford 5000 here, as you see, and then click on check the text. And this is what you will see as a result. The text will be color-coded. I hope you can see that. And you see that most of the text is blue, so A1 is blue, elementary level. We have some pre-intermediate words, A2 words, we have some B2 words, and we also have a few C1. So this shows the general use of vocabulary by level, and could be useful for students to analyze. This is fine if the students are pre-intermediate, but if students are at B2, they should be at B2, then there is a problem. They should consider to develop their vocabulary. When you click on results here, you will also see some statistics about the text, about how many words for each level or in percentage, and how many words, how long the sentences are, just interesting to see. And by double clicking on the words, they go to the dictionary, to the entry, and then they explore these words and can learn more about them, pronunciation, grammar, etc. So you most likely have already seen that before. So you can, you check the level, check the use of the words. You can also create activities. You can select a certain level of the words to remove. And I think I've chosen B1, B2, and C1 words to be removed here. So I can create a gap fill using that tool and use it as vocabulary revision or practice. So this is one tool that certainly you can use, or your students can use. Another tool which was available for those who were using Bookshelf, Oxford Learners Bookshelf, and I think that many of you noticed that and were using it. We had graded readers available for free, and by the way, they are still available until through all the next week, so you can manage to read a few books maybe. But if this happens again, I just want to remind that all the Bookworms series, if not all, then most of them definitely, have tests and worksheets available to download from the teacher's website, Teacher's Club. So the Teacher's Handbook is available to download. Most of them have these, and similarly, also there are worksheets for dominant readers. And I noticed that a lot of teachers are not aware of that. Do use them. They are for free. Lots of resources, lots of activities to use. Yeah, direct link. Similarly, like I showed earlier, the trick, website address / Teachers Club. This is direct link. And then you find Bookworms, Oxford Bookworms, in graded readers section. And the teacher resources for Bookworms would have all of these for you to download. This is just a preview of some of the latest readers that have been published recently, and you see there are some interesting titles like Global Issues and also film tie-ins. If you want to check more about that, there is the catalog available to download. Next point about using digital. If you use Oxford digital components, I'm not going to go into detail right now, but I want to remind about the basic tools and resources to make sure that everything works well and you are prepared. All Oxford users who start using the new books, and these books contain classroom presentation tools or online practice, should have received instructions from me by email. I usually send them by email when I pack some teacher sets for you, so usually send that together. And I see that a lot of teachers are too lazy to read them. I do understand that we have had a very busy spring, but devoting these 5 to 10 minutes, I think, would save you a lot of trouble later, and also some panic as well. This guide, I have tried to create it as visual as possible to show you how you can get started, how you can get access to the classroom presentation tool, how you can get access to online practice, what are the first steps to make, just for you to get started easily. And then all the other guides are usually inside the platform. Another thing we noticed, a lot of teachers have missed the fact that classroom presentation tools have the option to be used offline. This is mentioned in the instructions. Advice, read instructions. The app allows you to work without internet, so you don't have to worry about internet connection, and play your audios and videos from your computer. Even if you have a lesson in Zoom, like here we have it today, even then you can play audio and video for your students if you have remote lessons like that. So don't forget about this. You can, by the way, I've tried, if you have a fairly new smartphone, you can also access the classroom presentation tools from the app on your mobile. But the app I'm talking about is the desktop app, so that you can download it on your computers as well. So it's up to you which gadgets you use. Just check that. Make sure you are familiar with it. This is what it looks like on the computer screen, and then on the right, this is from the phone. There are some chat messages. I'm just check quickly if there are any questions. Yeah, there was a comment earlier about LTalk. Yeah, YouTube videos. Good. Okay, no questions. Good. So what else is worth checking and watching? I have these links in my PDF instructions, but you can also find it on Oxford DLT YouTube channel. Tutorial videos, how to use classroom presentation tools and how to use Oxford Practice, for example, for online practice, for example, for Bright Ideas. For those who use English Plus online practice, ask me if you haven't received instructions. Ask me to send you some files. I've prepared some as well. But there are also some videos how to get started inside the platform. So that is also another thing I'd like to remind. Whatever platform you use, we always have help and support option where you have instructions for every situation, how to add students, how to make class, how to check the results. All the basic functions are described. For older platforms, maybe it's not so explicit, so ask for help if you see it's necessary. But for titles like Bright Ideas, it's all very clear, and they're video guides, so do watch them. They are very helpful, and very often they are just, teachers just don't notice that these are there, but they are very, very useful and can solve a problem really easily. The next thing about using digital, is to remind that we have now the same Oxford ID for most of the platforms. This happened a couple of years ago that we merged them. And now if you have registered in Oxford Teachers Club, you can access other platforms with the same password. You don't need to register again. So if you're Teachers Club user, you can log in Oxford Learn for English Plus, for example, or the same password would also can be used for online practice of bright ideas, or the same password will be used for class and presentation tools. Okay, so just keep in mind it's the same username and password. In most cases, username is the email address. It should be, but you can check that with me. I might be able to see that. Password is known to you only. So what happens when you forget the password? My colleagues have tried to do their best, and it seems like it should work in most cases at least, that changing the password it takes just 1 minute. It's easy. It should be easy, and we have tried it with different teachers, and I've seen it's happening. It takes just a minute to send to change your password, so you can change it, register again, and create new accounts. This will be even harder to fix things. If there is a situation which is not described in manuals and instructions, some individual situation, certainly I'm always available to help. We can't meet face to face maybe that often anymore, but I'm available to talk to you on the phone or on Teams or Zoom or whichever platform you prefer. We can meet online, so we can try to fix those digital problems for you remotely as well, and try to assist with online practice. Of course, just keep in mind that I'm one person here in the Oxford office, and my time is limited. I won't be able to assist everybody at the same time. So I do recommend that you try and test your digital materials for September over the next week to make sure that all works, so we don't have panic on the first school day. Now, some summary. So about some resources, where and how to find them. So just a few links that I discussed, mentioned earlier. Expert link to. Can you tell me what? What would you find in this link? OUP.com ELT expert. Can you type in the chat box? Good. Very good. Focus papers, there's something more. And position papers, exactly. Yes, exactly. Next link. Student solutions. What is this link? Where is it taking you? Students website for solutions, but similarly it can take you to any other book if you change solutions with Incredible English or Family Friends. Okay, this is the same principle. Teachers resources. Where does this link take you? OUP.com ELT events. Is there anyone else? Okay. Yes. Yeah. So the calendar of upcoming webinars or conferences, this is worth checking. If you're not in our contact list, definitely worth checking. But if you missed a webinar, then this is where you can go to watch them in the archive. Some of the links I hope will stick. Just you need to remember the principle. Okay. Just a couple of things to finish. We just literally yesterday had a situation that a teacher came to office to collect some gratis books, and she said, "I'm at your door. Where are you?" She was in the old place. Oxford office has changed location. We are no longer in the city center. We are at Dagleva 66. In case you will need to visit the office, just keep in mind that this is new place. But in these conditions, of course, we are not working full time from the office. So if you plan any visits to the office, then let me know. We should arrange some time to meet. Another thing to announce the latest news from Oxford is that Oxford Discover Futures levels 1, 2, 3, 4 are available. The first 3 have been also approved by the ministry. Level 4 will be taken to ministry probably next week. I believe that they all are back from their holidays and should be able to review. So this is one thing, and the last thing is last week we got the message that the new edition of award-winning Oxford WordSkills series is out and available. Should be with our booksellers starting from next week, I believe. If you need any samples or information about our new titles, then we have lots of possibilities to send samples digitally or brochures digitally. So it's COVID is not going to stop us anyway. So we'll figure out how to help you and support you and provide information to you. Just let me know what exactly you're looking for and what exactly you would be interested in. And I think that's all from me. If there are any immediate questions, I think I have 2 minutes to answer them.